Okay, so what is the 12-bar blues? Well, the 12-bar blues is just a chord progression. What's a chord progression? Well, a chord progression is a pattern of chords that progresses through the song. That's it. Every single song has a chord progression. This is a blues chord progression. That's it. And it's been used many times throughout all the history of music. How did they get that? Well, they used the C major scale, which you'll see on the board. It's C to C. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And in music, when we pick a key, which we pick the C, the key of C, it's just to help us with our singing voices. And in our cases, it's an easy key to play on xylophones, which is down here, which you can't see, and guitars, which is over here that you can't see either on the film. But they're there, and we're gonna learn how to play them, and the key of C is a pretty easy key to play in and sing in for our voices. So, now that we know what our key is, and now we know that there's chords, if you look on the board, you can see the scale going up. And the scale's going up, and we see that there's 3 chords that we're actually going to use in this key. All the other chords that you don't see there are minor chords. And they didn't use this minor chord progression in the 12-bar blues that we're going to be using. Now, did they do a minor 12-bar blues riff? Yes, that has been done. But we're learning it for the first time, and we're going to do a major 12-bar blues chord progression. So when they got a chord, they picked this key of C, and then they had to find a 3rd degree of the scale, which is going to be E. If you look at your xylophones, or if you just look at the board, you see that it skips the space, which is D, and then it gets to E. And then we have the 5th, C, D, E, F, G. When you play these 3 notes together, you get a nice chord. So they do that with all the different degrees of the scale. They did that with the 2. They found out it was a minor sound. They didn't want that for the blues. They did the same thing with the E, another minor sound. They did not want that. But then the F, they really liked the F. So they played F, and then the 3rd, A, C. And then they're going to do the same thing with the G. And these are all the major chords in this key that we're in. After they figured out that they liked the C, the F, and the G, all they did was repeat this pattern in a call and response way. First line is the call number 1, all C. Do, 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 do. Then the F, do, 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 back to the C. Do, do, do. Then the G, F, and C. The first line states the problem. Second line states it again, but it goes up a little bit higher to that F, and then goes back to that C. But the third line where you have it's a solution of some sort. It might not be a good solution. It might be a bad solution that they're really sad about something and they don't know what to do, but it's still a solution. So right now I want you to take a moment and just memorize this pattern. C, 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 then go F, F, and C, C, G, F, C, C. Once you do that, we're going to be able to do that on xylophones and guitars.